Good evening. So we have a new laptop, and we're going to hope that it doesn't crash this evening on us. Fingers crossed, time. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? Hopefully, you stay with me throughout the entire thing. I'm really sorry. All I can do is apologise for the tech issues that we've experienced over the last couple of weeks. But it is what it is, and we just got to go with it. The lockdown has been lifted a little bit, so if you're interested in a one-to-one session with me, then please do get in touch. I'll be doing some group sessions as well locally, a maximum of 5 students, so that makes 6, including me. So have a look out on my social media. Yay, Sally's it! Good stuff. Yeah, I know it was a bit of a problem, wasn't it, yesterday? It was just all over the place yesterday. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, I'm going to be doing some group classes. So if you're interested, if you're local to Warsaw, Willenhall, Wolverhampton, then do get in touch. Today, as always, it's Friday, and we're going to do a nice Yang Yin session. So warming the body up with some strong movements, some strong postures. Getting those muscles nice and toasty, and then we'll take it down to the floor and we'll have a nice stretch, preparing us for the weekend. So let's begin by coming to a comfortable seat. And just bringing the hands onto the knees. You can bring hands into Chin Mudra if you wish, but just your chance to get settled in. Close your eyes. Beginning to turn your focus inside. Your awareness to how you're feeling right now, how the body feels, notice in areas of tension. And then we'll use our inhale to find length through the spine. And a nice long exhale to relax, relax, relax. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. And begin to take nice deep breaths. And you're starting to activate your Ujjayi breath. Let's open the eyes, interlace the fingers, inhale, raise the arms, find extension of the spine, looking up. Exhale, send the hands forward, round through the spine. Inhale, extend the spine, reaching up. And as we exhale, coming into side flexion, right hand down, reaching over, look down. Inhale, gaze towards the extended hand. Exhale, looking down, coming back to center. Interlace fingers, inhale, reach. Exhale, side flexion to the opposite side. Looking down, then inhale, gaze towards the extended hand. Exhale, looking down. Back to center, interlace fingers, inhale. Exhale, twist and fold. Inhale, spiral tall, left hand on the knee, right hand behind the back. Exhale, little twist, and gazing over your right shoulder. Back to center, interlace fingers, inhale. Exhale, twist and fold over the left knee. Inhale, spiral tall, right hand on knee, left hand behind back. And exhale, twist, and gaze to the left. Back to center, interlace fingers, inhale. And exhale, release. Bringing hands in front. We're going to step into a plank position. You can take half plank here if you wish. And tuck in the tailbone under. Find strength through the core. Wrap the triceps under. And space across the collarbone. So send that heart forward. Lengthen through the spine, through the neck. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Send the heart forward, look up. And exhale, tucking the toes under, press back and up, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. And again, your chance to do whatever you want. Just explore your body in your downward dog. Explore the tension in the body right now. And look into the hands. Inhale, walk in. Feet to the hands, feet together, extend spine. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, forward fold, head in. Inhale, halfway once more. Exhale, fold, head in. And ground through the feet. Inhale, coming up to standing. And exhale, let's fold forward again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the feet back, find your downward facing dog. Hold in a few breaths, breathe deep. Engage bandhas, find that vacuum in the lower abdomen. Wrapping the triceps under in your downward dog. Lifting sit bones. And look to the hands. Inhale as you walk or jump feet to hands, extend through your spine. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Inhale to come all the way up. Palms touch, find length through the spine. Exhale, let's take it down again, back into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend spine. Exhale, step in the feet back, find your high plank this time. Inhale, in your high plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold, breathe. And just check you're taking those full exhales, getting everything out before you take your inhales. Press the chest towards the knees. Bend the knees if you need to here. One more deep breath. And on your next inhale, look to the hands, step or jump the feet. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, let's fall back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, jump or step the feet back, high plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Heel shoots high, toes point down. And point the toe, open the hip up. Just shooting that foot as high as you can. Working those outer glutes. Just check that right armpit isn't starting to open. Pull it down towards the mat. Come onto the ball of the left foot. See if you can send that foot a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, close the hip. Bend that right knee. Bring it in towards the chest. Plant that right foot through. And we'll find a high lunge. Send the heart forward. Inhale, let's make our way up into our crescent lunge. So firstly, let's work on these hips. Tuck the tailbone under. Left hip forward, right hip pulling back. Sink low, low, low. Root through the feet. And then find some length through the spine. So keeping that tailbone tucked under. Pull the ribs away from the hips. Find space through the body. And raise the arms, palms touch. If it's too much with the hands together, take the hands shoulder distance apart. Keep breathing. Can you find length through the spine as you sink through the hips? Inhale. Exhale. Let's start to lean forward here. Shift your weight into that right foot. And press back through that left leg. Hold. Draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Plant that left hand on the mat. Reach that right arm high. Find a little twist. Keep that breath going nice and deep, nice and controlled. And on your next exhale, plant that right hand down. Inhale, send that right foot back and up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward, find high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. And heel high, toes point low. Working the hands into the mat. Now point the toe, open the hip up. And breathe. Again, that left. We're going to try, the body wants to rotate to the left. I want you to try to pull it down. Go onto the ball of the right foot. See if you can send that left foot a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, close the hip, bend the knee, draw it in towards the stomach, knee to the chin, and drop the left foot between the hands. Find your high lunge. Chest nice and open. Stretch in through the front of that right hip. Ground through your feet. Inhale, make your way up into your crescent. And again, let's work on the hips. To begin, tuck the tailbone under, sink low, find the roots. That back leg is straight and as strong as you can get it. Again, we're really starting to work the strength in the legs, warming up the body. Then keeping that tailbone tucked under, find length through your body, pull the ribs away from the hips, open through the chest, send the arms high. And breathe. Quickest way to warm up the body through the legs, using the big muscles in the legs, in the glutes. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Breathe. Control the breath, focus. Keep the neck long. Can you sink a little bit lower into the hips? Inhaling. Exhale, drop the right hand, left hand reaches high, find your twist. Stay in a few breaths here. On your next exhale, lowering that left hand down outside of the foot. Inhale, send that left foot back and up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And send the right leg high. Three-legged dog again. Point the toe, open the hip. Keep that breath going. Go onto the ball of the left foot, reach that right foot a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, close the hip, draw the knee towards the chin, squeeze around the spine. Inhale, send it back up, open the hip back up again. Exhale, close the hip, bring that knee in, round the spine, squeeze. Inhale, send that foot back up. Three-legged dog with the open hip. And exhale, close the hip. Bring that knee and squeeze and plant that right foot between the hands. Drop that back heel to the mat. Inhale, windmill the arms up. Find your warrior two. Gaze in over the right hand. Shuffle the feet around if you need to. Get nice and deep in your warrior. Soft shoulders, soft face. Inhale. Exhale, drop elbow to knee. Extended side angle posture. Left arm reaches overhead. Spiral the body open to the ceiling. As always, if you're going well, maybe you're bringing that right hand down inside of that right foot. You want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Maybe you're taking that right hand forward a little bit more. Maybe releasing, working the core a little bit more here. Working through the legs. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the foot. Moving back onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale, send right foot back and up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, move forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, raise the left leg. Shoot that heel high. Now point the toe, open the hip up. And keep pulling that left armpit down. Work through those shoulders. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Reach that left foot a little bit higher if you can. Inhale. Exhale, close the hip. Knee comes to the chin, round the spine. Shoulders move over the wrists. Inhale, send it back. Open the hip back up. Exhale, bring it back in. Round the spine. Inhale, send it back. Open the hip up. Planting the foot this time. Exhale, close the hip. Draw the knee in. Plant that left foot. Plant the right heel to the mat. Inhale as you make your way up into your warrior two. Sinking nice and low into the hips. Working the hips. Lifting the inner arch in that back foot. Keeping this right hip nice and open. Soften shoulders. Soften face. Feel the work in the posture, but find the comfort. Inhale. Exhale, elbow onto the knee, right arm underneath and overhead, your extended side angle. And whatever variation you wish to go for. Again, we can stay here. We can bring left hand inside of the foot. Elbow pressing, or upper arm pressing into the inner knee. And the knee pushing back into the arm to create the twist. Or sending that left hand forward. Or if you want the challenge, arms are parallel and really working on that twist here. So much going on. Stay with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Inhale, left foot back and up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or your upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking hands towards the feet. Let's find a forward fold for a moment here. Option to keep some movement in the legs. The legs are feeling really tight. Option to take ragdoll, taking hold of opposite elbows. Maybe you're swaying. Option to catch the big toes. Take it a little bit deeper. Breathe. Relax. Neck nice and soft. Release the toes or the elbows. Sink into those hips. Bend the knees and send the hands forward. Find your chair. Spread the toes. Really pressing all four corners of your feet into the mat as you sink those hips low. And can you find length through your spine? Can you pull the tailbone under a little bit here? Really working through those quadriceps. Feeling the heat build. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach the arms high, come onto the balls of the feet. And let's hold. Working into our balance. Working into the calves. If you stumble out, no worries, just have another go. Inhale. And exhale, bending in the knees, plant the heels. And make your way back into that chair. Keeping that breath going. Stay with it. Calm. Slow the breath. Let's see if we can stay here a little bit longer. For 5. That's hurting me too. For 4. 3. Stay with it. For 2. 1. And inhale. Straighten the legs. Reaching through the fingertips. Let's come onto the balls of the feet again. Find that length through the spine. Work the balance in the feet. See if you can lift the heels a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Inhale. And exhale, plant the heels, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, let's walk those hands forward and we'll find our downward facing dog. Send that right leg high. 3-legged dog. And bend that right knee, bring it in. Come onto the ball of the left foot, plant that right foot. We're going to turn around. So we're in line with the long side of the mat. Let's make our way up. Heels in, toes out slightly. You may need to alter the position of your feet as we come into this. So a little bit more in the legs. Start to sink through those hips as we come into that horse stance variation. Option to keep the hands on the thighs, the knees, heart center. And just keeping the focus here. And breathe. Relax. Can you find that relaxation in this posture? Pick the toes up. Plant the toes back down. Press through the balls of the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little bit lower. Oh, you thought we were coming out. Hold it if you can. For 3. For 2, sink hips low, rise up through the spine. 1. Inhale, straighten legs, open the arms, send the hips forward. Enjoy that stretch. And exhale. Let's pivot on the heels, turn the toes in slightly, and let's come into a forward fold. Option to keep hands onto the mat. You can take big toes. You can take the outsides of the ankles, the legs. And your option to just add some creative movement now to your practice. Whatever feels good. Maybe a little bend through the knees. Maybe a little side stretch. Just you exploring your body and giving your body what it needs. No right or wrong. Don't worry about whether you're breathing out or breathing in. Just make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're in control of those deep breaths. And lifting the gaze, let's come back to the top of the mat. Plant the hands, step the right foot back to meet the left. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's heel toe those feet a little bit wider. Maybe as wide as your mat. Walking the hands towards the feet. And let's bend the knees, sink. And we're starting to move into the slow part of the class. More of a yin, restorative part. We're giving us a little bit more time in this part as well than we usually have. So as always, in your yogi squat, if the heels are lifted, you can stick something, blanket or towel, underneath those heels, or you can just keep the weight in the hands here. You're going well. Maybe elbows come inside of the legs, hands come to heart center. Find length through the spine and then just relax. Maybe closing the eyes here. Just bringing that awareness back inside. If the mind started to tick, noticing, feeling, and how does the posture change as we sit in it a little bit longer. You can really focus in on those breaths. You can sit on a block here as well. That works just as well. Especially if you can't get all the way down. If you can't get the hips below the knees, you sit on a couple of blocks. Staying here 3 more breaths. Inhaling together. Inhale together. Exhale. And inhale once more. Exhale. And releasing, bum to the mat if you can. Bring the soles of the feet together. Coming into Baddha Konasana or butterfly. So we've got the feet together. And this time we're just going to allow, no forcing, so opposite to the Ashtanga method, we're just going to allow ourselves to fold forward. You can sit on a block here or a blanket if there's just no movement forward from the body, if you're really tight in the hips. Or a blanket if there's just no movement forward from the body, if you're really tight in the hips. And we're just going to bring the backs of the hands onto the floor and just allow the back to round. Closing the eyes. And again, just have a wiggle around to begin with. Find a comfortable position for you. And just check that you're not holding on in the neck, you're not lifting that head up. Just allow it to sink and let everything go. And again, just look around the body. As we hold the posture a little bit longer, again, notice where the stretch moves. Can you soften the jaw? And let's take an inhale together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And inhale, slowly coming up. And let's make our way into double pigeon or double pigeon variation. So right leg in front of the left for your variation. Otherwise, if you're feeling a little bit more open in the hips, come into your double pigeon. So stacking that right ankle on the left knee, right ankle on the left knee, right knee on the left ankle. Dear me. And sitting nice and tall. If it's too much, if it's too intense, just come to the variation. If you've got a little bit of a gap here, you can always use the cushion or a block. If you're really tight and you're like this, then maybe just come into the variation. And again, we're just going to take the hands forward again, maybe just onto the legs here, and just relax everything down. If you're a little bit more open in the hips, maybe you're just walking the hands forward. And again, just place the palms towards the ceiling. And just help you relax it more, and then soften the neck. And again, we'll stay here. Breathe in those deep breaths. Just allowing our external rotators to open, and the glutes, the piriformis muscle. Great posture if you have sciatica or you suffer from hip pain, lower back pain. And as we stay here, notice how the stretch changes. Notice if the body starts to tense up anywhere. And soften, soften, soften. Can be quite intense. Sometimes holding a posture in the yin practice can be more intense than a strong flow, Ashtanga practice. Totally different experience, but still just as challenging sometimes. And let's inhale together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to make your way slowly, slowly out of that posture. And maybe straighten the legs. Maybe the legs shake, a little wobble. And we're going to come into the other side. So again, your option to take your variation with that left leg in front. And maybe one side is a little bit tighter than the other. Is in most people, is in me. So maybe you want to, or you might want to take double pigeon this side, or maybe you want to take the variation this side. So if you're taking your double pigeon, just line that right shin up with the top of your mat and stack that left ankle above the right knee, left knee above the right ankle. And again, maybe you're using blocks, bolsters underneath the knees just to add some support. And again, maybe we're just leaning forward onto the legs here. Soften the neck. Again, if you're going well, if you're quite open in those hips, then start to walk those hands forward and surrender. Palms towards the ceiling. And try to relax into it. As intense as this posture may be, find that mind control. And I've said before, but when posture is intense for me, I try to find that tension and I really focus on it. And I try to pull it down to a small point, like the tip of a needle. I try to really pull it down and find the exact point and breathe into it. And sometimes I find when I do this, the tension just seems to dissipate, or the discomfort, it just seems to go. I don't know if that happens to other people, but it's maybe a method of meditation that works for me in my practice. Or sometimes just not allowing, so I either focus completely on the tension, on the discomfort, and allow it to disappear or dissipate that way, or I move my focus to a different area of the body. So I take all my focus into my left hand, maybe, if something is, if there's a discomfort in my hip. It's not a pain, it's just tension. Or I just might focus totally on my breath. Again, just find it's all about inquiry. So it's just finding what works for you. You are the governor of your body. What techniques work for others might not work for you, and vice versa. So it's about you finding what works for you. Like I say, in yoga, there is no right and wrong. There's guidance, there's always teachers to guide you in your practice, but fundamentally, you are your own government. You know best, your body knows best. And let's take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, coming all the way up. Releasing from your double pigeon or double pigeon variation. Straighten those legs out, give them a shake. Ooh, can be quite strong, that posture. And we're going to come into a little bit of a heart opener. And just going to work into the front of the hips a little bit, this one. You need blocks. So if you have a couple of blocks, grab your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use a bolster, you can use cushions, or we can give you a variation here. So we're going to be working into the front of the hips and the upper back, the shoulders as well. If you have a yoga wheel, you might want to use your yoga wheel here as well. So we've got the feet, so the big toes together, and then let's send the knees wide. Not too wide, maybe just as wide as the mat. Bring in the block. Take it about half a foot from your feet, and then another block. That's going to be for your head. This is going to be for your chest. And you might want to move around with the blocks. Again, find the comfortable spot for you to begin. If it's too much to go all the way down onto the blocks, you may want to just straighten out the legs and just work on the chest, or you may want to just be here working on your legs, on your quadriceps, your hip flexors. So it's wherever you feel your body needs if you can't get into the full posture here. So when you're ready, you're just going to make your way down, and we want the block to be kind of right behind the heart. So right at the back of the heart, just got the bottom part of the shoulder blades here, chest nice and open. And again, the other block is for the head. And again, you can play around with how high you want that block. And then when you're ready, when you're comfortable, you can release the arms by your side, or if you want a shoulder stretch at the same time here, why not take the arms overhead? You can take hold of one thumb. If it's not easy for the arms to stay overhead, they start to go wide, again, depending on how open you are in your shoulders. If you know me, I always go on about how tight my shoulders are. So if there's ever a chance to stretch my shoulders, I'll always go for that opportunity in a class. Again, just taking this time to get comfortable. And then when you are comfortable, we're just going to let everything go. Relaxing completely. If you have your yoga wheel can take the place of the block in the lower back or block in the mid back, should I say. And you can even hold onto your yoga wheel with your hands. So you're getting that shoulder stretch, tricep stretch. And again, just scan your body now. Maybe closing the eyes. Again, just noticing as you lie here, whether you feel the posture moving around the body to different areas. Just feel your body heavy, melting over your block. And let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly, if you took the arms overhead, bringing the hands back by the body, we're going to move slowly out of this posture. Just lift the head up. Chin comes to the chest. Maybe bringing the hands behind the head as you bring yourself up. And then bringing hands up to the mat, maybe elbows onto the mat. And making your way slowly, slowly out of that posture. We'll make our way to a little counter pose. Just folding forward. Let's bring knees together. Forehead to the mat. Take the arms back. Just allow those shoulders to sink down towards the mat. And slowly, slowly, making our way back up. Moving our blocks. And swing the legs around. And make our way down to a lying down position. Let's stretch the arms overhead. Let's bend the right knee, pull that right knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Keep hold of that right knee with the left hand, take the right arm out to the side, and we'll come into a spinal twist. Again, making yourself comfortable in this twist. Maybe you're hooking that right foot behind the leg. And then gazing over the right shoulder, dropping the head to the right and closing the eyes. And just begin to lengthen your exhales. And just begin to notice the pauses between the breaths, the stillness, the emptiness there. And bringing your head back to center, rolling onto your back, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, hug that left knee in, and reaching out with that left hand, drawing that left leg across the body, and I'm dropping the head over to the left now. Again, closing the eyes. Relax that left arm completely. And again, really work on lengthening the exhales. And total relaxation. And draw the head back to center. Rolling slowly back onto your back. Let's give the body a squeeze. Draw the knees in. Maybe a little rock from side to side. And releasing feet to the mat. Making our way now into our final posture, our Shavasana. As always, if you have a blanket close to hand, or if you have a hoodie or some socks, put them on now to keep that body warm, to keep the energy trapped in your body. And we'll straighten the legs, bringing the heels as wide as the mat. And taking up space with the arms, palms facing up. Shoulder blades under the back, and chest open. Closing your eyes. Releasing any last bits of tension from the body. And as you rest in your Shavasana, letting go of your week. Enjoying the stillness. And remember, as you're lying here, it's important to give ourselves this time. Not only the stillness in our Shavasana, but the time on our mats. I've heard many people say they haven't got time for yoga. And I think if you don't have time for yourself, 10 minutes a day for yourself, then I don't know, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And those people need yoga more than anyone else. They need that quiet time, that peaceful time with themselves. And there's always your option to remain in your Shavasana now for as long as you wish. Otherwise, take a deep inhale. Exhaling the breath completely and connecting navel to the spine. Inhale breath into your heart space. Exhale breath into the fingertips, the toes, and wiggle the fingers and toes. Bring some movement back to your body. Beginning to rotate the wrists and the ankles and start to move the limbs. Bringing the legs together and taking the arms overhead and enjoying a nice deep stretch to the body. Finding that full extension through the spine. And draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And thanking yourself for turning up on your mat. And for giving yourself that you time. And rock into your right hand side. Blinking the eyes open and joining me again in a comfortable seated cross-legged position. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra to our heart center when we're there. And let's think of 3 things that we're grateful for. Remember, these 3 things can be absolutely anything. We'll finish with the sacred sound Om. 3 shantis. Peace, peace, peace. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hare Om. Raising our hands to our heads for kindness in our thoughts to ourselves and each other. To our hearts for kindness in our actions. And to our lips for kindness in our words. From my heart to your heart, always. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you all feel a little bit calmer in the mind and a lot more open in your body, especially in those hips. And I think we were good on the live stream. Fingers crossed there was no glitches, there was no issues there. It sounds good from my end. It looks good from my end. So yeah, thank you for joining me. If you liked the video, please like the video. Please share the video with anybody else you think might be interested in this video or any of my other videos on my channel. Finances. If you are financially stable enough to make a donation, please go ahead and do so. The link is always in the description of my videos. If of course you're not financially stable like me, then please just enjoy the videos for free. And also hopefully I can start working a little bit now. I can get my one-to-one classes going and my little group classes going outside. So yay, the lockdown is starting to be lifted. But as always, please stay safe. Stay sane, look after each other, look after your community, and is that Sally? Take it easy. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. That's good to hear. No technical issues your side either. And yeah, they are, aren't they? The yin. I do like this mix. I do like this mix of the yang and the yin. I think it really, really works well. I think it's become my new love, actually. Sally, yeah, I think I enjoy it as well. But no, I'm glad you're enjoying my classes, and yeah, just enjoy the weekend. And I shall see some of you on Sunday morning if you're joining me for the nice, stretchy, chilled Sunday morning class. So have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the weather. And I shall see you Sunday. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Love to you all.